Hey, what's up everybody? It's Chris F on YouTube and Twitch, and if you're watching this video, you either have been through or are currently going through a plateau, otherwise known as being hard stuck. So there's a lot of reasons why people are hard stuck and why people hit plateaus, but in this guide, I'm going to give you 2 big reasons why you're not able to get out of your plateau. Alright, so the first main reason why I think a lot of people can't break through plateaus and can't get past a hard stuck phase is because they don't ask themselves the question, why, enough. And it sounds really silly, like what do you mean why? I want you to ask yourself why in 2 very specific situations. Number 1, why did I lose? And number 2, why did I win? And if you can't think of an answer really quickly, that means it's time to go to the lab, do some homework, and figure out why you lost. How can we do this in a real match? What we're going to do, I'm going to go into a match right now, and I'm going to try to figure out why I won or why I lost. That's dead for sure. Alright, so I got absolutely demolished in that set. That's right. So my idea was I misspaced a lot of things, I was way too passive, and I took way too many risks on some really not good reads and some bad fireballs. So let's watch my replay. So there, already I whiffed. So I know my spacing isn't as good as I thought it was. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, then here, what do I do on wake up? Okay, there, I did the flash kick, that's good. Misspaced my drive rush throw. Alright, so what I'm going to do is here, that's a technical issue. Let's go back a little bit. And let's fix this technical issue. So let's go from when I input the dash. And let's fix this. Let's see if it could have worked. Yes. So there, my spacing was off in the match. So I'm going to practice this until I can get it. Consistently, like 10 times in a row. Okay, I could have done something else here too. 1, 2. This is not real. So from this crouching medium punch, I could have parried this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice this parry timing. Try it again. Too late. There we go. Let's practice this. So this tells me in the Marisa matchup, I'm not comfortable with identifying crouching medium punch into this follow-up attack. I don't know the name of it, but you guys know what it is. So I'm going to do that, practice this a bunch, make sure I can get it 5 times in a row for now. So if I'm asking myself, why did I lose? Well, I don't have parry timing against really obvious attacks. There's a clear counter to this, and I didn't have the counter on deck. So until I can get this more consistently, I don't think I'm going to be able to do well in this matchup. Okay, that's 3, 4, let's go 5. 5, okay. So I got a little bit better at it. Then I jump back. Then I didn't whiff punish that. So my whiff punishment sucked too. Let's practice whiff punishing this. Could have whiff punished that. And I could have gotten a huge reward too. Alright, so I think I found enough stuff to work on. So those are a couple things. So number 1, spacing was really bad. Number 2, my perfect parries were wrong. And number 3, matchup knowledge just wasn't there. Now I have 3 things that I can work on in the Marisa matchup alone, just from one single replay. If this is something that you're not doing and you consider yourself to be hard stuck or plateaued, this is something you should be implementing into your play. The second tip as to why you're plateauing, why you can't go up, it's because you're not subscribed to the Chris F YouTube channel. More than half the people who watch this channel aren't actually subscribed right now, so do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, and get yourself the rank up. Now we got that done, let's go on to reason number 2 why you are hard stuck and why you can't get past your plateau. And that's because you're not trying new things. Now, there are so many different things to learn in fighting games that it can be really difficult to know what you should be doing when you go into training mode. There's like combos, set play, defense, parry, reactions, whiff punishing, space traps, there's so many things. And I think what a lot of people end up doing is they pick too many things to practice and they never really get good at one thing. So I'm going to give you a 5-step process on how you can actually actively practice and actually get better at one single thing. All right, so first thing I want you to do, and I want you to find one thing that you can't do yet. It could be anything. It could be perfect parrying a certain move. It could be doing a combo. It could be like shimmy. It could be timing, anything. Just find one thing that you know in your heart of hearts that you can't do right now. Then, once you identify that, I've got a 5-step process that I want you to follow. All right, so step 1 is going to be identify it. Write it down. Writing it down will help you actively practice. Then step 2, practice it a lot until you can get it perfectly. If you can't do it 10 times in a row in training mode, then you can't do it. All right, you won't be able to do it in a real match. For example, let's keep things really simple. Let's say Guile's target combo. All right, let's say you struggle with this and you always get the timing wrong on the flash kick. What you would do is you would spend time in training mode doing it 10 times in a row. So we identified, now we practice it. Then once you can do it 10 times in a row in training mode, both on the 1-player side and the 2-player side, we're going to go to step 3. And that's going to be to apply it in either a casual match or a Battle Hub match as many times as you can. And if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I'm a huge advocate of Battle Hub and casual matches. And the reason for that is because practicing things directly from practice mode to ranked, there's always the fear of trying something new and losing points because of it. And it adds an extra level of stress and an extra level of worry that can affect your practice and can hold you back from actually applying what you've learned. If you go to casual match or Battle Hub, you don't need to worry about losing MR, and you kind of like remove that stress away from your mind. So go to Battle Hub or go to casual match and then try to do the thing you practiced as many times as possible. Just because it's casual match and you're trying to get better at this one specific skill, always go for this, even if it won't kill and even if it's not optimal. You just want to increase the amount of times you can do it in a real setting. Then, once you've done that in casual match or Battle Hub and you've done it and you've been successful multiple times, we're going to go to step 4. And step 4 is to apply it in either a ranked match or an offline event like a local or a tournament. Once you can do that, then I think you've mastered the skill. If you can pull it off in your ranked matches consistently, great. You've mastered the skill, and now we go on to step 5, which is to loop back to step 1, find a new thing you can't do, and repeat steps 1 to 4 of identifying, practicing it, applying it in a low stress situation, which is Battle Hub or casual, and then applying it in a high stress situation, which is ranked or an offline tournament. If you keep on repeating that process over and over, I guarantee you will be able to learn and do so many new things that you couldn't do before, and it'll make you a much better player. And I think it'll be impossible to stay at a plateau for a really long time if you're actually constantly doing this every time you play the game. Then, bonus tip number 3, which is a little bit different. This is more of like a discussion rather than something to practice. What I want you to remember is that skill progression isn't always directly reflected by your MR or your rank if you're not in master rank. When you're learning new things, you're always going to make mistakes, and it takes you out of your comfort zone when you're trying to do them in a high stress situation. And when you're trying to apply new things to your game that you're not really used to doing, then you're going to end up making mistakes, and it's going to make you feel kind of like you're not playing the way you usually do. And that's okay. As long as you don't give up and you keep on trying to push to apply the new things that you're learning, you might lose a lot in the beginning, but you're developing skills. So as long as you stick with it, eventually you're going to get those skills like better and better and better, and your MR or your rank eventually will go up, even if you kind of suffer a little bit in the beginning. So don't forget that. I think that's a really important thing. More than thinking about rank or MR, you should be worrying about applying as many new things that you're practicing as possible. And if you're able to apply them in your matches, then in your mind you should say, I ranked up. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have anything to add to my little step process and to the reasons why you can't plateau, or if you really think this is helpful. And as always guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.